Yo, what's going on? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tristan Merrick here, the digital storyteller, and I am ready for another Livestream Mondays. Let me just check to make sure everything's looking good. Ooh, I'm looking so good. I love how I'm looking. I got this little monitor over here. I wish I could show you my setup. But that being said, I want to know how you guys are doing. What's going on? What's going on? You done know. Go. We are here for another Livestream Monday. There's so much to get through, so many questions. Thank you so much for being a part of Livestream Mondays. I want to jump into so many things. But first, I want to give you the joke. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram, I have a segment called Tip Tuesdays, and on Tip Tuesdays it used to just be about like film and storytelling tips and tricks and media tips and tricks, but then I kind of got into more telling stories about my life, about how I'm feeling, and then I turned those stories into lessons. And one of the lessons that I talked about was this ugly thing here. For those of you that don't know what this is supposed to be Baby Yoda. I know it doesn't look like Baby Yoda at all. It actually looks like a gremlin made love to ugly, basically. But last week I actually put out a video called How I Got Played. And it has to do with this particular product here, and I would love for you to check it out. It's really, really funny. Jump on to my Instagram channel and check out my Instagram stories. I think it might be under my IGTV for that story. It's going to be funny. It's going to be very entertaining. I actually have an update on that, and I'll share that with you a little bit later. But let's jump into a few things, a few housekeeping things. Let me switch over here. Let me watch this, y'all. Y'all, you guys gonna like this. Watch this. 1, 3, 2, 1. Hey, hold on. I'm still here. Y'all know I'm here. Let me do that again. Watch this. Switch. Oh, you saw that switch there? Now switch back right here. You see that? I'm in focus. See, I'm trying to do a thing. You know what I mean? We got some technical glitches, but I'm still working it out. What you guys think? What you guys think? Let me know. All right. Listen. So I'm gonna jump right into a few things that I want to do. So, I'm actually gonna jump to a few different announcements that I have. The first one is that I still have my Patreon page. Now, for those of you that don't know what my Patreon page is about, it basically is a page where you can support the channel. You can support some of the storytelling initiatives I'm doing. I'm actually changing these tiers come February. They're going to actually change quite a bit. So I'm still going to have the storytelling, the digital supporter thread and platform, I should say. And basically what that is that allows you to just support the channel. So support Cinecut, the show Cinecut that comes out every Wednesday or weekly. We do news, reviews, all that sort of stuff. It also supports the live stream initiatives I have and just the content I'm creating on the channel. But then the next two streams are actually going to change quite a bit. The next stream up will still be Digital Believer, but what that's going to be is that's going to give you value from the standpoint of me being able to provide you with templates and content that you could use in your projects. So you're going to pay a set fee, whether it's 10, 12, 13 bucks a month, and you actually get content that's customized to your digital storytelling needs. Now, obviously it's not just specifically for your needs, but for a general amount of people that have storytelling needs. Not only that, I'm actually going to have in that tier an element that allows you to actually join me for a mastermind class. So every month we're going to have a 1-hour mastermind class with a couple other digital storytellers, people that are interested in being a part of this movement and really getting better at telling stories, visual stories, as well as digital stories and the like. So that's going to be tier 2. Tier 3 will take it to another level. We're actually going to go and take what we learned from tier 1 or tier 1 and 2, and we're gonna amp it up a bit. So instead of you just coming to the masterminds, we're also going to have workshops, and we're going to have, and that's going to be included into the cost of it, as well as I'm going to be able to give you feedback and critique your work so that you can become better at what you do, whether it's taking photography or taking photos, taking video, mixing them together, trying to find the right clients. It's going to be really like a higher level of coaching. And that'll be another tier. So these will actually be moving around soon. So I'm just letting you know that, but I want to make you aware that you can go to Patreon, look up Tristan Barracks, and find that information there. Now, the other thing that I want to let you know about, which a lot of you kind of shared that you were really interested in, was this website called Uppbeat. Now, Uppbeat is, I'm just going to say it straight up, they're a sponsor of my channel. They're actually the creators and the godfathers of Music Vine, which is another music website, which is super dope. I love Music Vine. I'm a big fan of theirs. I'm not going to be ashamed about that. It's really, really good. It's a great website. But not only is that website a great website, this is an even better website, especially for content creators like yourself, like myself, where we are creating things for YouTube, things for Instagram, things for Facebook. And we just want to get content and get good, dope music. And we don't want to have to be spending thousands of dollars per year on different memberships. So one way to do that is to go to Uppbeat. And what Uppbeat allows you to do is when you start a membership with them, they actually give you up to 10 free songs per month. 10 free songs per month. And they have thousands of songs. They have thousands of songs here, as you can see. Let me know if you can see this, if you can see the screen. I just want to make sure you guys can see the screen. But basically, thousands and thousands upon thousands of songs. And then if you look actually in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see that I put a link below there. That is affiliate link. If you click on it or if you use it, some of the proceeds of your membership will go back to the channel. But the good thing about this link, it's only active when you go to the premium level. It's not active if you just want to start up a new membership and you just want to try out this platform. Uppbeat is completely free. It's completely free as long as you just want to take 10 10 songs. I download 10 songs a month. The caveat or the key to that is that you do have to put in your licensing identifier within the description of your video, and then you won't get bothered with any sort of copyright infringement. So check that out. I think that would be great. Oh, Will Smith says here. Let's see what Will Smith says. I don't know why it switched over like that, but let me jump over here. Will Smith says, let me switch right here. He says, does Uppbeat allow you to download individual stems like Epidemic? I don't know. I have no idea. You know what? I'm going to check that right now. Let me check that for you right now, Will. I'm just going to go to one of these pages, and I'm just going to move around. I have you guys can't see it, but I have a whole bunch of windows in front of me. Let me see if I can. So this is a song here. I'm gonna download. I gotta log in. Okay. So no, it doesn't. So one of the key features, and I'm going to be doing a review on this later on, Will, is that with the premium version of this platform, it's going to allow you to do things like stems, and going to allow you to do have more high level customized versions of the song. With the free version, you're able to download the full mix, and I believe it's a WAV or MP3. You can download that, but you cannot do any sort of downloading of the stems. Now, if you do want to go to, let's say, the premium level, the premium level is only $6.99, and I think that's $6.99 American, so it's like $10 a month. So it's not really that much more. If you are looking for, more robust features, unlimited premium downloads, as well as I believe they have certain releases that are only for premium memberships. So check that out. It's definitely worth it. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Aziza? Big up. How you doing? Big up to my boy Will. And big up to my homeboy Andrew James. Love y'all. You got your dance down? You better have your dance down. Listen, so this is an Uppbeat. If you guys want to have more information, subscribe to my channel, because there's going to be a video review coming out this week, either this week or next week. I'm working on it right now because I have a ton of other videos that are coming out this week. So definitely subscribe to my channel, and then you'll definitely be seeing those videos coming up. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys was this website here. This is kind of my secret sauce. Now, I know a lot of people don't like sharing their secret sauce, don't like sharing a lot of their tips, tricks, and the like. But I think that it's really, really important as thought leaders, as digital creatives, as people that are in communities, to be able to share some of the resources. So this is actually Envato Elements, and this is a membership that I think costs maybe around $300 a year, $300 or $400 a year, but it literally gives you so many resources as a digital creative. So I mean, yes, it's not free. It is a couple $100, but the reason why I want to share it with you guys is because literally from the time that I purchased the membership till now, which has been about 6 months, I've used it almost not every single day, but at least every single week for tons of my projects. And there's like literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of different elements, whether it's stock video, video templates, music, sound effects, graphics templates, all of those different resources. So if you're somebody that's actually running a business, or you're getting more serious with your YouTube channel, you're getting more serious with digital storytelling, with your branding, all that sort of stuff, this is a great resource that will allow you to pretty much find a ton of elements that can really spice up and enrich your content creation experience. So those are some of the things that I want to kind of share with you guys. Now, let me switch back over here. Oh shoot! Yeah, what y'all know about that? Hold on, I can give myself an air horn. Y'all ain't ready for this, man. Y'all ain't ready for this. Shoot. I came ready. Hold on. Let me make sure I can see all these all these comments here because I got comments on the screen here and I want to be talking to you. Before we jump into our not even tips, but our questions of the day, one of the things I wanted to kind of address is is the importance of building a thriving community. And when I talk about building a thriving community, I'm not talking about I thrive and you guys help me to become more thriving, if that makes any sense. But it's really a give and take, right? I think that the best YouTube communities, the best social media communities are the ones where people are giving and taking and sharing, and everybody's giving, because if everybody's giving, then there will be no lack. And I think that as I'm thinking about moving forward with this channel, and I'm thinking about moving forward with Livestream Mondays and Tip Tuesdays and Cinecut and all that other stuff, I really want to encourage everybody that's watching and those that are watching later on to not be afraid to put your voice out there. And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of times I find that even myself, I find myself second guessing whether or not I should put out a video, whether or not people will like it, whether or not people will understand it. And at the end of the day, that really doesn't matter. If it matters to you and it's something that you want to talk about, then put it out there, because there is an audience for that. And beyond that, I also think that if you find my content that I'm putting out, if you like it, if you find it inspiring, if you want to learn more about certain things that I've touched on in different videos, then communicate that. Let me know, because I really want to cater or create a curated experience so that we're growing together. So that this is not something where you're just watching the what do they call it again? Like dog and pony show, something like that. Yeah, you're not watching a dog and pony show, but you're actually getting inspired and getting educated, and you're learning something. So, my encouragement to you is that if you see something, say something. Remember that in like grade school? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if this channel inspires you, if things on this channel inspire you, tell me, let me know. If you want to see some other things, let me know that as well. It's all good. We're all growing together. And I really do appreciate every single one of you that have decided to subscribe to the channel. I've been looking every day. There's more and more people subscribing to the channel. And I want to just say how humbled and how appreciative I am of just your vibe, your energy, your support. It really does fuel us as creatives. Shout out to Will Ramirez, I should say. Will Smith is not my friend. Will Ramirez, because he had a video that he just put out about this past weekend about Bitcoin. Check it out, because I think you guys would really like it. I love his content because he talks about a lot of things that I just don't have the courage to talk about because I just don't have a lot of knowledge on it. But he's really interesting and he's really inspiring, and I think he's making dope content and people should support it. So check it out. Check out my boy Will Ramirez. Let's go to some of the questions today. All right. Let me see here. By the way, if you have any comments, let me know what comments you have, and I'll answer those comments, or I'll tweet it back, or I'll post it, or whatever else. And also let me know where you're from. Where are you from? Are you from Chicago? Are you from Jamaica? You don't know. Are you from England, Peru, Afghanistan, Germany? Wherever you're from, let me know. Link me in the chat section. Let me know where you're from. Let me say that. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you, Tracy. You learned something. That's good. Okay, so let's jump into the first question of the day. What do you do when people want you to do free work? This is the question, right? Like this is something that we always deal with, right? Like, as creatives, as we start getting better and better and better at what we do, we have this dilemma where it's like, okay, well, do we do free work for the opportunity, or do we wait for the paid work? And if we're doing paid work, what do we charge, and is it worth it, and all of these things, right? So I think the first thing that we should think about when we are talking about, by the way, how's the stream? Is everybody seeing me okay? You guys hearing me okay? Let me know. Type fire in the chats. Type you done know. Type big ups, air horn, whatever else, if you can hear me and you can see me correctly. I didn't even check that. My apologies. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Let me know if everybody can hear me, and then I'll continue on. I'm just checking the comment section, make sure everybody's good. Okay, I'm gonna jump back into this here. So, when we're talking about people approaching us about our gifts, right? Because our creative gifts is being able to put together videos and photos. And thank you, I see the fire. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys can see and hear me and listen to me. When we're talking about working for free, we want to look at it from the standpoint of value. Now, many people think, oh well, that makes sense, Tristan. Value is simply put how much I get paid, right? I say that I can do photography, therefore I should get paid X amount of dollars for my photography, and there you go, and that's how value works. But I would challenge you on that, and the reason why I would challenge you on that is because value to me is not just incumbent on monetary value, okay, and not just incumbent on the almighty dollar. And the reason why I want to challenge that is because many of the best opportunities that I ever got in my career so far that led to bigger opportunities, that led to opportunities that were life changing opportunities for me, started out with free work. Now, again, when I talk about free work, I don't mean everybody gets free work. I mean strategically placed, planned, and intentional free work. I'll never forget about 4 or 5 years ago, my friends at Streams Community Hub, shout out to Streams Community Hub, one of the dopest charities in the world. Love them. They are the best. Check them out. Support them. Support local charities. They are the backbones of just social initiatives and social proofing our society. Um, they're my friends, the owners and operators of Streams and Streams Community Hub. They reached out to me and they said, Tristan, we don't have any money. We have this great big vision. We can see it. We know that you can see it, and we have a strategic plan, but we don't really know how to get the message out in a way that people will, in a way that people will understand and will latch onto and find a level of passion behind. So I said to them, okay, cool. So why don't we tell your story? And the reason why I did that outside of them being my friends was because I understood something about the power of being able to, number one, do something with a group of people that I believe in and I felt strongly about, but then also having the flexibility of being uber creative with it. Oftentimes when you get paid, this is what people will tell you when you get paid. If you get paid that big bag of money, or that, you're going after the bag and you're getting paid a lot of money for a job, oftentimes it comes with restrictions. Oftentimes it comes with limitations. Now, that's not to say that you can't play within those restrictions, but when you're working for free and on your terms, it gives you a level of flexibility that oftentimes is lacking from paid gigs. So when we're talking about, the whole idea of working for free, we're talking about it from the vantage point of how can I work for free in a way that's beneficial to my brand, whether it's exposure, and there is value in exposure. For instance, I worked with several brands like Munaluchi Bride, which was one of the top wedding publications in the world for brides of color. I've worked with, tons of brands. I've worked with Apple. I've worked with many different brands in terms of not necessarily getting paid my value, but being able to get the exposure and get paid in value in other ways, whether it's relationship credibility and relationship currency. Many people drop the ball on this. Many people think, and by the way, if you're watching this stream, you're getting something out of it, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. You done know the thing. Come on now. At least you can do, likes are free, all right? At least you can do is like the video. For crying out loud, like the stream, share the stream, do what you know you can do, all right? So when we're talking about relationship capital and relationship currency, what we're talking about is gaining access to people that outside of us working in this capacity we would never have access to, right? So I want us to think outside of the confines and the thought process of, okay, in order for me to take advantage of this opportunity, I have to get $1 back. Because if you're only looking for a dollar, then you're only going to get those dollar opportunities. And there are many opportunities, like some of the most, I'll put it to you this way. I'll give you another example and then we'll go on to another question. One of the largest contracts that I landed last year, the largest contracts, remember, in the middle of a epidemic, yeah, it's not, or pandemic, I should say. Right in the middle of a pandemic, I landed the largest contract of my career, right, of my business. The reason for that was because of relationship capital. It was because I actually had done some work for a colleague of mine for way less than what my value is normally. I was doing some presentations and doing some virtual workshops and things of that nature. And that person had a lead on another contract and another opportunity that was much larger. And they gave me that opportunity because I was, number one, loyal to them. They saw my work and they saw my passion. It had nothing to do with, it had nothing to do with I was the best person for the job. It had nothing to do with, my reel was the best. I was the most uber creative. It had to do with the relationship that I had with them. It had to do with the loyalty and the dedication and the consistency I showed. So again, when we're talking about value and whether or not to work for free, you have to gauge what's valuable to you. If money is the only thing that's valuable to you, that's cool. Like I'm not gonna hate you on that for that. But if relationship is valuable to you, exposure, being able to be exposed to different circles. Maybe it's being able to get value in the company. Sometimes you're working with people that have great ideas, especially with startups. They have great ideas, and what they need is they need marketing. They need somebody to come along and be that marketing arm of things. But you have to put in that value, right? And then you may get a part of the business, and if that business pops off, then you get going, right? You launch off into new opportunities. So again, you have to now look at it from the vantage point of what you're comfortable with, right? Anyways, that's that question there. Let me jump to the next question here. The next question is, how much gear is too much gear? I don't know if I want to talk about this one. The thing about this question is I'm guilty of having too much gear. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight. I probably have to do a garage sale, and even if I do a garage sale, I'll probably still have too much gear. And I think what it comes down to when you're looking at how much gear is too much gear, you have to look at a few different things. There's two different mindsets to this thing. Okay, are you trying to develop into a position within the film industry, within the digital creating space, i.e. being a director, being a cinematographer, being a grip, being a PA, being a writer, a producer? Are you trying to be a DOP? Are you trying to get into a career position, or are you trying to start a company, a production company? Are you trying to do a lot more independent work? Are you a one-man band? Because that will kind of determine how you actually are looking at approaching acquiring gear. Many people, and I'll just put up something here, just want to put up a couple comments here, but many people look at getting gear as an accomplishment to say that now the gear makes them professional. The gear doesn't make you professional. The gear is a tool that helps you on your professional journey. What makes you professional is practicing every day. What makes you professional is being consistent every single day. What makes you professional is critiquing your work, getting people around you that are going to support you, but going to critique you and say, nah, you could have done this better. Why don't you try this? Give you different perspectives. What makes you a professional is being good at the damn thing that you say you're going to be good at, right? Doing that thing over and over and over again, pounding that rock and not being satisfied with being good or even great. You want to be amazing. You want to be excellent. You want to hit every project out the park. That's what helps you to be a creative professional. Going back to the original point or the original question at hand, which is how much gear is too much gear? I think once you get to a place where you're acquiring gear and the gear is spending more time in storage than it is in being used, that's the point where you have to reevaluate and reassess whether or not you have too much gear. Now, for me, the way I look at it is I I feel like yes, there in some areas of my own career, I have too much gear and I'm actually looking at systematically getting rid of some of that gear. But I also would challenge the idea of just only renting gear. For me, unless it's like a bunch of Cook lenses, and for those of you that don't know what Cook lenses are, those are like, lenses that are $100,000, like a kit of 5 lenses for like $100,000. I'm not spending $100,000 on lenses. Maybe not yet. Maybe later. But you can rent them for like $10,000. But if you're getting paid $100,000, and $10,000 is not a lot, in consideration, or maybe $5,000. I don't know how much they rent it for. But the whole point I'm trying to make is that oftentimes, people say, "Oh, I'll just rent it. I'll just rent it," and that's cool. But sometimes you don't have time to rent gear, or sometimes, individuals that have their own camera or have their own lighting setup or have their own audio are used to those pieces of gear and those pieces of equipment, and are more efficient on said TV show, or said, documentary set or film set. And if time is money, then I'm saving time being able to know my gear and being comfortable with my gear. That's not to say that you don't rent additional stuff, but that is to say that there's something to be said. There is value in owning your own gear and not always having to rent everything. So you got to kind of balance that out. But what I would say is that if you're not utilizing the gear that you currently have right now, then I would say to you to really think about downsizing some of your gear. Think about the ways that you can add value to your business or to your filmmaking journey without acquiring more gear. Okay? Makes sense? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts about anything that we touch on today. The other thing I wanted to let you know is my name is Tristan Barracks. I am the digital storyteller, and I love Livestream Mondays because I get to answer your questions. I get to have dry lip. Man, God. I get to have fun with you guys, have some time to answer some of your questions, and just to share some of the things that are going on the channel, as well as the things that are going on in my life. So I see that there's 8 people watching. Thank you so much. If this is useful to you, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Y'all know you wanna share this stream. Just share it on your feed, share it on your Twitter, share it to your mom, share it to your husband, share it to your baby mama, whatever. Right? You done know Yogi. You done. Yo, listen, big up Yogi. By the way, I'm always really terrible at this because I don't like begging for money. That's a Jamaican thing. I don't like begging for money. But if you guys want to tip me, if you guys want to put anything in the super chat, buy stickers, buy badges, all that sort of stuff. I don't even know if I have badges yet, but if you want to tip me, put 50 cents, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want to do. If this stream's helping you out, appreciate that. It's all good either way. Thank you so much. Let me jump into our final question for the night. And that is WandaVision a boring show? Is WandaVision a boring show? For those of you that don't know, bless up, you don't know. For those of you that don't know whether or not WandaVision is what it is a show that is connected to the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it basically is a show about Wanda. Right, the whole girl. She has like clouds. She's like a Russian kind of girl that like is like a I guess a witch. What's her name? Something witch, Wanda Witch, or what? You guys know what I mean. Blair Witch. I was gonna say whatever. She's Scarlet Witch. There we go. She's Scarlet Witch, and she is on a television show with her late partner husband Vision, who's an android, and Vision and her are in this show, and weird things are happening, and nobody knows what's happening. Now, here's the thing about the show. For me, there's a difference between a show being intriguing and it being interesting. Now for me, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I'm not going to give any. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting out. You haven't seen it, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers. But what I would say is, in terms of answering that question, whether or not the show is boring, I think for me there's a difference between a show being intriguing and being interesting. The reason why I say that is because I think a lot of people think that intriguing, something that sparks your interest, that's just that has a level of mystery automatically means that it's a good show. That doesn't mean that it's a good show. It just means that it's a show that you just want to know more about. And that's fine. I appreciate that. I can see where people are coming from, but that doesn't make it a good show or an entertaining show, right? Entertainment value is where you mix, things like suspense and things like intrigue and things like suspicious activities, and then you mix it with some sort of action sequence or some sort of thing that keeps the ball moving. The problem that I find with this show is that this show it has this sort of really like long burn type of thing going on. And when I say long burn, I mean it's like it's not a long burn, but it's a slow burn. It's super slow. Like things are taking forever to happen. And this is a show that's supposed to be 6 episodes long, and we're already at the halfway point. There's only 3 more episodes left. And from a storytelling standpoint, I feel like we really haven't learned much of anything. And if the first half of the series or this season is like the second half, where they're only half an hour, maybe 28 to 30 minute sort of shows, then there's not a lot of story left for us to discover. So I'm kind of in this place where it's like, some people are saying, no, it's the greatest show. Some people have said to me that's better than Mandalorian. I said, oh, hell no. I don't know where they're coming from. I have no idea where they're coming from. Y'all are crazy if you think that this show, WandaVision, is better than Mandalorian. But that's another sort of comment in and of itself. The point I'm trying to make is, from a storytelling standpoint, when you watch WandaVision, I'm going to ask you guys this, those that watch WandaVision, do you feel like as a standalone show, if this was not connected to the MCU, would this be a show that would keep your interest, that you would be really excited for? Or are you excited because of the fact that this is connected to the MCU and this is starting the new phase of the MCU? And with that, tied into that, are we so thirsty for MCU content, Marvel Cinematic Universe content, because we haven't watched any movies for a year, that we're willing to take a subpar show because we're just hungry and thirsty, and so there's such salivation for content, Marvel content, that we're just going to take anything? I'm asking you those questions because I really, really want to know. I want to know what your answers are. I want to know if I'm the only one out there that thinks that this is kind of boring. This show is kind of boring. I really do think that it's a little bit of a boring show. Give me something in the comment section. Let me know if you guys think it's a good show, a bad show, if you guys don't really care. I think from a storytelling standpoint, Yogi says the promos make it look like a weird show. Yeah. It's like, it's not a weird show in the standpoint of, I understand the premise. And this is the other thing, is that many people that I've had conversations with have always, they're making it seem like I don't really understand the premise of the show, or it's too high level for me to understand how to speak to the actual intricacies of this show. It's a little bit too cerebral for me, right? Because I just like watching Hulk and Thor bash it out. And it really has nothing to do with that, because I can watch pretty much anything. I'm a Ken Burns fanatic. For those of you that don't know who Ken Burns is, he's probably one of the greatest documentarians we've ever seen in our lifetime. And I can sit down and watch his, 20-hour documentary about jazz and be completely entertained. So I'm pretty sure it's not because I don't understand or I can't take things without bashing and superheroes jumping all over the place. I think there's something deeper and there's something lacking here. Let's see what Andrew has to say about it. Andrew says, I'm not a huge MCU fan, but I have been watching WandaVision. Slow burn, yes, but I am intrigued. This is the thing. Listen, I'm not doubting, like, the intrigue is there. I will say this. The intrigue is definitely there, and the intrigue is something that I love. I love it is intriguing, but at a certain point, like, we're at 3 episodes and we still really don't know what's going on. We really don't know what's going on. And for me, it's like, that would be cool if we knew that we had 10 episodes. We have 6 episodes. We have 3 more episodes left. and the build up to the show and the amount of the amount of time that we waited to see this show, I just feel like it better pay off. This better be a huge payoff, and it better be a really great, next 3 episodes, or else for me, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a letdown, in my opinion. But I get the whole slow burn thing. But here's the thing. Again, being intriguing and interesting doesn't necessarily mean that it's entertaining. It just means that it's sparking our interest. It's something to watch. It sparks our interest and cool. But I think that there's something more to be said about story. How is the story being driven? Is it being driven because we know the backstory of the MCU, the backstory of WandaVision, the backstory of the Mutant X storyline in the comic books and all this other stuff? Or is it because this is actually an intriguing, interesting premise to a superhero genre? That's the question I want to kind of throw out there. Let me know. Let me see what questions we have here. Andrew says the hype was definitely too much. Definitely. Okay, cool. Let me see what Yogi has to say here. What do you think is going on so far? So I don't want to give away too much. For those of you that have not watched the show, this is a spoiler warning. Let me throw up this here. Spoiler warning. Just let you know. Please don't get upset with me. This is a spoiler warning. So essentially, what I think is happening is, so first of all, for those of you that don't know, the storyline is probably about House of M, or it's a mixture of House of M and another storyline from the comics. And for those of you that don't know what House of M is about, really, really simply put, without giving away too much spoilers, Scarlet Witch creates her own alternate universe and alternate reality where mutants reign supreme and humans are subservient to mutants. So when we're talking about mutants, you obviously know what that means. That means X-Men. That means Fantastic Four. That means all of the other Marvel mutants that have not been introduced yet. So that's why a lot of people are getting excited about WandaVision, because in this show, she's presumably in her own reality, her own alternate universe. And that means if she can create people like Vision again and like her own children, why can't she create mutants? Why can't she create other things? So these are the things that are sparking, are going to branch out of that. The other thing that people are getting really excited about is that Kevin Feige, who's the lead producer for all of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he already confirmed that WandaVision, Spider-Man 3 and 4, I believe, or Spider-Man 4, I should, 3 or 4, 3, and Doctor Strange. Those 3 movie franchises are connected. They're going to be connected for the next 2. Those storylines are all connected together, starting with WandaVision, going to Spider-Man 3, and then going into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So you can see how people can get excited because it's all going to be connected. So you got to watch this in order to watch that. And Disney and Marvel is genius in terms of being able to create content that requires us to watch on multiple platforms and to support them on multiple platforms. But that being said, if this had nothing to do with Spider-Man and nothing to do with Doctor Strange, would we watch it? And nothing to do with Marvel, would we watch this show? And I don't think we would. That's all. That's the only point I'm making. But that being said, we are out of time, guys and gals. This was a dope conversation. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. For those of you that don't know who I am, again, my name is Tristan Barracks. I am the digital storyteller. I come online every Monday at 8:30, and I take your questions, your live questions live to air, and I try to prepare a little bit of a talk, a little motivational speech, not really, just keeping it light, keeping it friendly, and keeping it positive. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are creating stuff and just staying inspired. It's kind of challenging times because we're all at home. But I really do believe that we have each other's backs, and we can create the communities that we want to see. But we just got to do it one step at a time, one video at a time, one positive, inspiring conversation at a time. So again, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope this was a new experience for you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Consider subscribing to the Patreon platform as well. That supports the channel. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You like how I switch between? Watch this, watch this, watch this. Yo, hey, hey. Oh, switch. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just getting crazy now. I'm getting crazy. Anyways, love y'all. Hey, listen, I'm about to blow the air horn. I need everybody to show me their best dance. All right, get ready now. Get ready. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Hey, 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 hey. You done know the ting. Y'all have a great night. Peace out. Be blessed.